Forza Horizon 6 released and became a huge success for Xbox. It became the biggest Xbox game launch on Steam in years. But is the game really that good? Stay in the video because I will give you my opinion so far. Hey guys, welcome to Xbox Land. I am Matt and today we are going to talk about the new Forza in Japan. If you watch the channel often, you know that I promised to make a first impressions video about the game, but sadly I failed. I had many problems with my microphone and my PC that day, and I could not record the gameplay with my voice. So I'm sorry about that. But today I'm here to share my opinion about the game so far. In our Sunday video, VN showed you guys the news that Forza Horizon 6 broke huge records and became the most successful Xbox Studio games ever released on Steam. If you did not watch that video yet, don't forget to check it out after this one. So, about the game itself, Forza Horizon 6 brought back the feeling of the old Horizon games, especially the first one. The game now focuses again on the band system and has a much better progression system. They also reduced the focus on wheel spins and random free cars all the time. But not everything is perfect. Honestly, before the launch, I did not watch videos from other Forza creators. The only things I saw were the trailers and the first gameplay show by EGN a long time ago. And many people criticized that gameplay because the world looked empty and had very few NPC cars on the roads. So basically, I only saw people online saying this game was amazing. I saw the huge early access launch on Steam, with thousands of players buying the most expensive edition and talking very positively about the game. So naturally, I became very excited for the Game Pass release. My hype was very high and I got disappointed. I can't deny that the game is very fun, with new event types and races, but some things that I really expecting ended up disappointed me a lot. Right at the beginning, during my first gameplay on the Xbox Series X, I noticed that the graphics did not look much better compared to the last game in the franchise, Forza Horizon 5. Honestly, the graphics looks very similar to the previous game, and that gave me a strange feelings like, wait, is this just a new map? After playing for a few more hours, I realized that the graphics are actually like a mix between Forza Horizon 5 and the newest Forza Motorsport. But still, I don't know, I feels like the colors look kind of that. And yeah, I know I'm colorblind, but even so, the color palette feels weak to me for a game focused on Japan technology, neon lights, and that type of atmosphere. I also expected better reflections on the cars, and honestly, I found them pretty weak too. In some places the reflections almost look non-existent. Another thing that bothered me a lot, and I hope this gets fixed over time, is the NPC traffic. Cars keep spawning and disappearing right in front of me. And remember, I'm playing on the Xbox Series X, which should theoretically be running the game with the best optimization possible. And I don't know if this is happening only to me, but I am also having many problems with the online multiplayer. The game keeps disconnecting me from convoys with my friends and even cancelling online races. Sometimes I need to fully close the game and open it again just to play online with friends. Honestly, this is not the first time a Forza game launched with multiplayer problems, but I really hoped this one would be a different. But anyway, besides the graphics and server problems, I now want to talk about my experience with what the game actually offers. The Japan map is insanely bigger than all previous Forza Horizon games. Honestly, I have been focusing a lot on progression, so I still did not stop to fully explore everything yet. But even after more than 20 hours in the game, I still have not driven through even half of the map, and that is an excellent thing. Also, the atmosphere and different biomes are really well made. The new highway crossing the map is honestly amazing. It is very long and really fun to drive on with friends. But at the same time, I feel like it has too many curves that made me miss the long straight roads we had in Horizon 3 and Horizon 5. Now, let's talk about what is most important to me personally, the progression system. Me and many other players around the world complained a lot about how the previous Horizon games, especially after Horizon 4, became way too easy when it came to getting cars and money. We were constantly getting wheel spins and rewards giving us hundreds of useless cars. And honestly, that's completely removed the excitement of going into the car shop and choosing something to work toward, because in the end, the game would probably just give you that car for free anyway. And for me, that is this very negative system. The games were missing challenge. They were missing the feeling of true reward. Of course, getting gifts and iconic cars is fun sometimes, but for me, looking at a car in the shop and working hard to finally buy it feels much more rewarding and motivating. That is it what makes me want to continue playing. And in Forza Horizon 6, they did improve the sport. Wheel spins still exist, but now they do not automatically appear in your face forcing you to use them. Instead, they stay in the menu and you can use them only if you want. And honestly, I need to be real here. I probably used less 10 wheel spins so far, but even with this optional wheel spin system, after only my first 3 hours of gameplay, I already had more 20 cars, and at the moment I had only bought 2 cars myself. Now, after more than 20 hours in the game, I already own over 50 cars in my garage, and trust me, probably 80% of them are cars I never even wanted. So honestly, I still think getting money and cars in this game is too easy, and I truly wanted a slower and more challenging progression system. Now, talking about the band system, I'm honestly very happy that they brought the focus back to it, and the path to progress through the bracelet is actually very fun too. Even though I think it is a little too fast to level up between them, the system works in a very dynamic way, with many different races and activities. Let's talk about customization. This is something I already expected would not change too much, but honestly, it is one of the things I miss the most in the Horizon games. Playground games made a huge marketing campaign because they had the option to place stickers on car windows, and I have dreamed about this feature for a very long time, so I am really happy they finally added it. But overall, the customization is still basically the same as previous Horizon games. Most cars still have very few body kit options, and usually we only choose between the stock version or one ready-made body kit. So we still do not have different tire visuals, custom exhaust visuals, neon lights, wheel spacing options, different headlights tint options, or interior customization. And honestly, For a game this big, these features should already exist by now, especially because older racing games like the Crew Motorfest and the Need for Speed games already have many of those customization systems. I always believed, and I still believe, there's nothing beats the customization we see in the Crew and some Need for Speed games. Forza still needs to improve a lot when it comes to visual core customization. About performance, tuning, and engine upgrades, honestly, I do not think much needs to change there. That part is still excellent like always, but for a game set in Japan, where cars customization culture is such a big thing, I really feels like we need more visual options. And okay, I know this video is already much longer than most videos here on the channel, but I wanted this one to more detailed and honestly with my real opinions. And finally, I want to talk about the city of the Tokyo. And finally, after 5 Horizon games, we finally have a real city in the game. I still think it could be bigger, but at last now, we truly have a city with many small streets, corners, intersections, traffic lights, and details. And this is something I always missed in Forza Horizon games. The older games focused too much on rural areas, farms, open fields, and empty spaces, with almost no real cities. Now, we finally have Tokyo as the main city with a decent size, and we also have smaller villages around the map, which gives a much better feeling for a car game. I still feels like Tokyo is a little empty. To me, it almost feels like a The Walking Dead city. Very few NPC walks on the streets, very little traffic, and some things I feels like the city exists most to satisfy players who wanted a big urban area. I understand that because of the huge map size, all the details, and the number of the cars, making a very dense city would probably be difficult for the hardware, but even so, I still feel a little emptiness in Tokyo. But anyway, this video became much longer than usual. Still, I hope I was able to share a little of my real experience with this new adventure. I still have many things to discover and experience in the game, but my final opinion right now is Forza Horizon 6 is definitely worth playing. Just do not expect something completely different from the previous Horizon games. And yeah, what about you? If you are already playing, do you agree with me or disagree? Tell me in the comments and let's talk about it. For now, I'm done here and see you next time.